YouTube. Today I am going to share with you Joe and my's birth plan. I've been getting a lot of questions about it lately, and I've been talking to other, moms who have or are expecting to have babies, and comparing, contrasting, and editing against theirs. And so yeah, I just wanted to put it out there in case anybody out there is, looking for ideas or has any questions or, whatnot about their birth plan. So first of all, we did our birth plan on as one page. It was important to me for the birth plan to only be one page, so that the doctors, nurses, midwives, doula is not flipping through a bunch of stuff. So that's it. It's just one page. There's an intro, during labor, yay and nay, during after he's born, yay and nay, and care for him after he's born. But yeah, and so that's how it's set up. First of all, we have an intro, which I thought was important because since we are, crunchy and we are planning a natural childbirth, since I'm high risk, we're, have to give birth in a hospital. We'll have the doula and everything there, but I wanted to make it very clear to the hospital staff that we respect them and that we love them and that we trust them, and I just wanted there to be good blood and a good energy and good positive everything. So that was the first and foremost thing that I did. So I will read that to you. Our intro is as follows. Thank you so much to our medical team for taking the time to read our birth plan. We are very excited to meet Oliver and that you are a part of it. We desire our labor and delivery to unfold naturally with as few interventions as possible. We understand that you are medically trained to make decisions to help us in this process is only what is ideal for us. If this is an induction, I would like the choice to have very little use of Pitocin or other labor-inducing medication. We wish to be informed about all procedures and tests before they are performed. Thank you, everyone involved. After our little intro, I have kind of bullet points of what I want during labor, what are yays and nays, and then I have during/after labor, after Oliver is born, and then I have care for Oliver. And under each of those sections, I have what I want and what I don't want. It just says yes and no. Under yes, for during labor, I have that Joe and both of our mothers are in the room at all time. I have that other family members can accompany as is comfortable and non-distracting for us and the staff. And, we obviously want to be as easy for them, and we want to make friends, not enemies. We want them to be nice and, want us to be there and enjoy it with us. And I don't know, I fear that we're going to get somebody mean or something, but I don't know. Another thing is to wear my own gown, which is something that I just want for girly reasons, because I want to feel pretty when it's not such a pretty situation. Next is freedom to walk, move, and change positions as desired throughout labor and birth, which is very important to me. Next is as few vaginal exams as possible. Next is the ability to control lighting, temperature, and music. And last, for during labor, is to have freedom to film and photograph, which my doctor said she didn't know if that would be necessarily permitted the entire time. So we'll try to do what we can. I would love to get the entire birth on film. I really would. So we'll see what we can do with that. Under no during labor, I have no medication, no rushing the labor or birth process, no constant electronic fetal monitoring, no offering pain relief, no use of Pitocin or other inducing drugs unless it is an induction, which will hopefully not happen, and hopefully I will go into labor on my own and we won't get to that point. No episiotomy, which is like one of my worst nightmares, and no use of vacuum extraction or forceps. And my doctor thought that was funny that I put that on. Apparently, there was only one doctor that she said that she even knows that still knows how to do vacuum and forceps and vacuum extraction. She says that that's so rare and that's so like ancient that that she just kind of thought it was funny that it was put on my birth plan, but I'd rather be safe than sorry, and hells to the no, I do not want that happen. If you don't know the pros or if you don't know the cons of forceps and vacuum extraction, you should read up on it if you're having a baby. Even if it is a rarity, it still does happen. And there was just a little girl that died a few weeks ago during delivery because they use vacuum extraction. But anyways, next, under during/after Oliver is born, for the yes column, I have immediate contact between mother and baby, as in baby placed on mother's chest. Next is breastfeeding right away. Next is to delay the cord clamping and cutting until the pulsating stops, which is something that she said that I'll have to probably reiterate to the nurses a few times just because it's not protocol. So even though they can do it and it's no problem, that they're just used to doing things a certain way. So that's something that I have to try to remember during everything. So we'll see. And in the event of a C-section, I would like and prefer double stitching. And the only thing under no I have under during/after Oliver is born is again rushing the birth and labor process, which is very important to us. We, want to do it naturally. We want it to play out naturally as possible. And I don't want doctors and nurses trying to shove an epidural in my spine and medication in me and, let's get this thing rolling. I mean, it's a natural thing and my body knows what to do. And I believe that very much. And that was one thing that, if nothing else, I want that to be made very clear that I want and you have the right to a natural childbirth. Mothers out there need to be more informed that we have the right to say, no, I don't want the medication. No, I don't need everything that you're telling me. And you know what? I understand that it's painful and that, a lot of women are like, hell no, give me the drugs, which is fine. You have that right too. But for a doctor to try to persuade you when you have your heart and mind and soul and everybody supporting you focused on having a natural childbirth, to have somebody try to persuade you out of that, it's not right. And you have the right to make sure that doesn't happen. And last but not least, it's the care for Oliver under the yes column. It's breastfeeding right away, which obviously is very important for me. The presence and permission of a parent during all examinations. So pretty much just when I'll be laid up in the bed, but I want Joe I want them to make sure that he's there during everything that goes on. If I can't see it in eyesight, I want him to be over there making, having the first, roles as a father, I guess, watching over the baby. And last, for under yes, the yes column is keeping baby with or alongside of mother at all times, which is also extremely important to me. And under no, for the care for Oliver, is no formula, no pacifier, and absolutely no eye ointment. I wanted to also, I did have no vitamin K shot. also. But where I live, it is mandatory, and they actually also administer it orally. So, yeah, so he doesn't have to have a shot. They will give it to him orally, even if it's something that I don't think is necessary. I would rather them give it to him orally than prick my baby with a shot when he's just been born. So, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. But the eye ointment, absolutely unnecessary, and I absolutely do not want it. And if I see a pacifier or formula anywhere near the kid, I'll probably have a heart attack. So, yeah, that is pretty much our birth plan. If anybody is interested or wants, to read over it, I'd be more than happy to post the PDF or whatever file. I can post a link to it. But yeah, I hope that, it helped somebody out there who's planning on having a natural hospital childbirth, and anybody else who is just having a natural childbirth or a medicated childbirth. All the same, I hope that everybody is going into it with, being knowledgeable about it, and know your rights, and know what your baby is gonna be given. Know their protocol, and just soak up the knowledge when you take your tour, or if you have or haven't. Ask those questions. That's what they're there for. That's what the staff is there for. And yeah, that's about it. We're still just waiting. He obviously still can come any day, and when he does, I'll be sure to let you guys know. So have a great Friday night. Bye.